Oh, yes. Yes. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV, signing in. We're listening to some hardcore tonight, people. You know what? I've only tickled this band once before. I've never really delved into the music of this act. I had a chance to see them. They played in London a few years back now, to be fair with you. Decent venue and all. I don't know whether I've seen any footage of it. I don't know as to whether people would kick off, to be honest, at this point. I'm surprised this band that played Outbreak Fest. Maybe they have. You know what? To be honest, I dropped out a long time ago, people. You're listening to King of the Pit TV with the King of the Sellouts, Des ROCKSTEADY. We're delving into a bit of Judge. Here, people, you tell me. You see how I liven up a little bit when a bit of hardcore comes in. I get a little bit more character. I enjoy it. I enjoy my hardcore music, you know. This has members of Youth of Today. Am I correct in saying that? Or am I thinking of another band? Because I heard the people from Youth of Today, or one or two members, wanted to create a militant band. Militant edge. Come on now. Not necessarily hardline from what I'm aware, but hard band. Hard merchandise, don't get me wrong. I ain't seen nobody with a Judge shirt in a minute, but when I first started to get into hardcore, I saw a couple of hard Judge shirts and all that with the hammers. And that was hard. That was hard. So we're going to jump in. You know what? Like I said, I've only just tickled this band. I've only just heard a couple of bits and bobs in the past. And honestly, I didn't fall in love with the music I was hearing. So we're going to listen to the whole record and I'm going to see what the deal is, because I felt that same way with Integrity and what I had heard from Integrity, but as of recent, we listened to the debut Integrity record, and man, there were some bangers on that. So, 9 tracks. This one's entitled Bringing It Down. I don't know where this comes in the Judge discography, because I think there's a couple of records at least this band put out, but this is the one I always see sort of like at the forefront as far as referencing Judge. This one's called Take Me Away. Let's go. Where's this band from? Is this a New York band? New York! This New York hardcore band, yeah? It has to be a New York band. That's that New York groove I always associate with New York hardcore, man. Or at least that late 80s, early 90s, you know, groovy situation. I mean, Outburst came a bit prior to that, didn't it? But I associate it with Outburst. I associate it with Breakdown. Associate it with, especially them big booming reverbed out drums. Who else have we got? One band in particular. You know what? Fuck it. I can't remember. Killing Time. It's a catchy riff. Frontman's got a very unique phrasing. So I'm expecting like a bit of a sing-along band with this one as opposed to like a mosh heavy band. Bringing it down, we've got the title track coming up next. I'm undecided at the moment. I'll bring you in, yeah. I've heard that tune before. I've heard Take Me Away before. But I think that's as far as it goes. The track entitled The Storm rings a bell. That might be a good track. I think I've seen The Storm referenced a few times when it comes to Judge. So that'll be good. Anyway. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, track 2 and 9. We're listening to Bringing It Down. This will be a very easy listen, alright? Very concise and concentrated record as far as, you know, how long it is at the very least. This one's the title track, Bringing It Down. Let's go. Not heard this one before. Pardon me. Come on now. Guy at the front on the album cover artwork. Guy at front at stage there. T-shirt over his hoodie. That comes and goes, that style. Over here in England at least. I ain't seen nobody do that in a minute, but I've seen a couple of people do it back in the day. Back in my day at least, you know. Come on. I'm bringing it down, this hammer I've got. Face the Judge. That was hard. That was hard, yeah. Not too bad as of so far. Not too bad as of so far. It's funny because the band can do like higher tempo punk rock riffing, but there's a heaviness to the sound. And I don't know if it just comes through that reverb that's been applied on them drums. It sounds like it's a live drum kit you're listening to, you know. If you go to an indoor festival and you hear the drummers doing sound check and all that, and it has this big booming sound to it. It sounds like that on the record, which is pretty cool. We got Hold Me Back coming up next, alright? There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, listening to Bringing It Down by Judge. This is track number 3 and 9. Let's go. Hold Me Back. No messing around on this record, is there? Come on. Where we going? Come on! Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. That was a mature lyric there. I wanna use my hands. Come on, come on, no nonsense. Great couple of lines there. I like that one a lot. I like that one. There was a maturity to that. That was brilliant. I thought this was just going to be like pure militant ignorance. This was put out in '89, Revelation Records. What are Revs saying nowadays? As good as ever? I know they're still putting artists out. They put I think they put The Flex out, which is a band nearabouts where I'm based. I think they put one of their records out, from what I'm aware. Let's keep going. We've got Give It Up coming up next, alright? Give it up, baby, give it up. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV signing in. We're listening to Judge. This is track 4 of 9 on the record, Bringing It Down. It's titled Give It Up. Let's keep going. Come on. Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. I'm getting a call come through. I'll see you in 1 second. Give it up, track number 4 of 9 on Bringing It Down. Lego. Here we go. You know what? It's an awkward blend because it sounds almost funny saying it, even though it is so overt. There's a strong heavy metal element in this band, with the mid-tempo sort of swaying. There's a reoccurring heavy metal element. I mean, it's definitely metal as far as the guitars are concerned, but it's not thrash metal. Hard. Definitely a cheeky little sing-along section there at the end for the fan base. It feels like the highlight of the band is the sing-along factor of the gang chant sections. There might just be a one-liner every once in a while. Might be an actual chorus to an extent. Might be an outro as to what we've just had there. The gang chants are really emphasised in this band. It goes beyond... beyond just doubling up on, whatever they want to double up on. It feels like, the intent of creating that crowd participation is there within, the formula of Judge's writing. We've got The Storm coming up next, alright? So that was sitting at 11k. This is at 23k. So for some reason, I have an idea that this might be a great tune because I've heard The Storm reference before. I don't think I've heard it before, though. Let's keep going. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Judge. This was the title, The Storm, off of Bringing It Down record, track 5 and 9. Come on. Scentless Apprentice. I'm 18 minutes into this reaction and we're already in track 5 and 9. A very brief record. No more. What's the concept of this song?
There will be quiet after the storm. 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 There will be quiet after the storm.
Wow. Yo, they just faded out on an epic drum fill there, right there at the end. It was ever so quiet right at the end. That was sick. Drumming was hard on that one. Yeah, we'll be quiet after the storm. I wonder what the concept behind it is, because I picked up so many of the lines and I didn't necessarily get the... I just didn't get the basis of it. Hear Me is coming up next, alright? Sorry if I don't have too much to say, people. I'm gonna do a follow-up video after I listen to this whole record and give you my final overview of it. If you think that I don't have much to say, it's because I don't have much to say. Like, between you and me, I think this record's kind of dead, to be honest with you. Hear Me is coming up next, track number 6 of 9. All right. Yes, now, bless now, don't forget the rest. Now, Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. Hear me now. Hear me now. That's the name of this track. Hear me. It's track number 69. 69. Bringing it down. JUDGE at King of the Pit KOTP TV. Let's go. So last track had a fade out and now we're fading it in. What? I got things falling on me, people.
Used to think the day would never come. It's on my heels and I'm running on my own every day. Man, I'm there, you were such a mate. A stick on me like glue. What's so funny? Remember how we laughed? Well, cold. I can't get away from the past. It goes back to my phone, it covers me. But I won't let it if I do. If I see that I'm scared, I wanna run, but I just don't know where. What's up, get my fist? I'm a beardy, but it's wrong. But yeah, what's so funny? Remember how we laughed? Well, cold. Can't get away from the past. I can't get away from the past. Oh yeah. Oh, can you hear me? Hear when I scream? Hear my words? Do you know what I mean? I'm tired.
I'm tired.
Tired of games that we play. I'm through fighting, man. You never know what I wanna say.
I like that bridging side to side mosh section. I thought it was quite unique. The accents the drums were hitting. Listen. But bum, ba da da dum. I thought that was quite unique, the way they were accenting them certain sections. That was good. That was Hear Me by Judge. I felt like the drums were a little bit out of time though, to be honest. Listen to it from start. Like when it all comes in there, it feels like it's a bit out of time. Hold on, I'm getting a buzz. Why? Yeah, it felt almost as if the drums were just like, I don't know, they weren't very tight on this one in particular, and it was kind of jarring to me because I actually thought this was I liked the way it came in. I thought it was great energy to it. Potentially one of my favourite ones on the record. Suited my style, what I liked a little bit more. I was just a little bit off put by what I perceived as the drumming being a little bit, you know, being a little bit funny. We've got Like You coming up next, alright? There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Judge, track 7 of 9 on Bringing It Down. This one's entitled Like You. Let's go. Some cute, clean guitars. Some tasty lead guitar. It's quite up-tempo. Here we go.
Oh, just like you, I chose a path. It wasn't making work. Thought I found what I was looking for. Oh
That's a great riff. Quite simple, but when you go, I like it tight.
Now, all I see is damage outside of me. Now, well, things are in black and white. I'm lost things that walk right inside. See, I've had a lost share of discouragement. I try to forget. I try to forget. Like you. Like you. Like you. I'm just like you. So how does it feel? How do you look at yourself? Does it take a strong man? I'm just like you.
That was a good tune. Really liked the introduction. Really liked the main riff and the way they accented them. Them guitar accents with the gang vocal. Thing is, same as what we heard on the track prior. Hear me. It feels like there's a little bit of a timing difficulty from time to time that just creeps its way in, instrumentally speaking, and it sounds not so much that it was the actual recording, but more so the editing. Feels like there's just some slight little disconnects at time where the guitar might just pop like a millisecond before it should do, or just after, and it creates this jarring feel. You tell me, because I'm not going to go back and try find them spaces, but you tell me if I'm right in saying that. Does that make sense to you? Is there certain like little hits and picks of the string as to where it just feels a bit unnatural and uncomfortable, and not sort of placed in the right space? Not through, them just playing naturally, but it feels like it's an editing thing. It feels like it's a sound engineering thing. That being said, that was a good tune. I appreciated that one. We've got I've Lost coming up next, and then we'll finish it off with Where It Went. So let's finish this record off. Track number 8 coming up. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. We're listening to Bringing It Down by Judge. Very easy listening of a record. I mean, it's in and it's out, isn't it, really? This is track number 8. It's entitled I've Lost. Let's go. Shortest one on the record.
Only I can put new words the way I feel. Telling myself the situation's not real. Lost to the field, I have nowhere to go. 'Cause you tell me it's wrong to let my feelings show. I'm lost. I lost my life to do. I'm lost. I lost my life to do. I know I'm fucking up. I took away one too many times. Something wrong, and you don't trip. Not like they fucking fly. Friends are telling me the loneliness will go away.
A little bit floor punchy vibes, I think, with this.
The memories will be there until the ache of my finger stays. I'm lost. I lost my life to do. I'm lost. I lost my life to do. I choose to stay awake 'cause I want in control. My head speaking straight from my heart. Time I smile. Thought of someone else is much too much. And friendship means you're just beyond my time.
I mean, you can see why Judge are a name, because musically there's a little bit more depth in comparison to your standard hardcore band, and you could say it's the same 3 power chords you might get elsewhere, but there's something about the band which there's something about the way they use the same 3 chords. Judge have quite a unique identity, sonically speaking. I don't know as to whether it's all in the production or what. I think a lot of it comes down to the lyrical content. I mean, I'm not really following the lyrical content really at all. You know, I'll pick out a few lines here and there, but you can tell there's a little more going on than your, you know, cliche hardcore punk, you know, basic, you know, pen to paper. I hate everyone. Shit like that. You know what I mean? There's a little more depth to the band, a little more emotive value, and I appreciate that. We're just gonna go straight into the last track. I'm not gonna do a separate video for this one because that one's quite brief. I want to finish this record off. This one's Where It Went. All right, get a little advertisement. 28,000 views, must be a good one. Longest track on the record at 3 minutes 44 seconds. Without further ado, let us go. It's a great bass tone. You really hear that low end when he puts that low.
I feel it coming on, beating sorrows of days gone wrong. It's so over and I'll hang my head. Don't think of all the tears of brotherhood and things we say. What it meant to you, friend. Where it went, what was said. Where it went. Oh, time goes slow. And I still have so far to go. And I can tell you just where I've been. But I know that feeling ain't coming back again. Where it went. What was said. Where it went.
The gang chants are a little like the 25 to Life gang chants, I think. What was that 25 to Life tune? Where It Began. Where It Began. Is that what it's called? I might be wrong. But. Chromags. Come on. Oh. That was the best track on the record. That was the best track on the record. Where It Went was the best track on the record. Purely for that outro section, for that mosh section at the end. That sounded proper Cro-Mags, Alpha Omega style, man. You know, just with different guitar tones and whatnot. I like that one with the little sing-along there at the end. talk about lost a friend and all of that. Come on now. That was best track on the record. I'm going to give a little overview on this. I'll see you there, alright? And should I give it a rating out of 10? We'll find out. Yes, now. Bless now. There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV. We just listened to Judge's record, Bringing It Down. 9 tracks of hardcore. Not hardcore punk. Hardcore, alright? I'm going to give a little overview of what I thought of this record. Now, I've run into Judge a couple of times just through merchandising, you know what I mean? The Judge Hammers, good branding for the band. You can't talk about branding, it's hardcore. Good branding, definitely. Hard, varsity font, great stuff. I believe the band's from New York, you correct me if I'm wrong. I also heard that this band consisted of members of Youth of Today who wanted to create like a militant edge band. You tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of a different band, I don't know. Didn't hear too much like crazy edge stuff in this record, to be honest with you. Maybe that's another material. But we listened to Bringing It Down. Good depth to the music. There's an emotive value that you don't really find too often when it comes to hardcore. Not purely angry music, you know. It feels like there's a little more of a message to be spoken through this band, both through the instrumental and through the lyrical content. As far as the instrumental is concerned, the sound engineering has given this band quite a unique sound. Big booming, reverb-drenched drums, in particular, I think, was like the Judge sound, at least on this record. Cool phrasing from the frontman, who had a very unique way of putting certain things forward, which you don't hear everywhere. That was cool. Quite a heavy metal sound, and not in the traditional sense, just very mid-tempo. The guitar tones were very metal. You know, about a 5 out of 10 on the distortion scale. Not crispy overdrive punk rock music, not drenched in distortion like grindcore music, but you know, somewhere in between. Did I enjoy the record? I thought it was okay. I did. I'm gonna go from A to B now. I wouldn't bother listening to the record again. It doesn't suit me much. There's a distinct lack of, like, you know, ignorant mosh sections for me, which is what I like in hardcore. I couldn't imagine watching this band and, you know, it was very rare I'd want to get my dancing shoes on. I think Where It Went, the last track, that's the title of the last track, Where It Went. I think the last riffage on that particular tune, I thought that was brilliant. I really liked that. That was like the selling point for me. That was the best part of it. Other than that, there's not so much material that you get bored of it. You know what I mean? I don't think you can really get bored of this album if you're into hardcore, because you listen to it and then it's done within not too long. I don't know how long the record is. I mean, we could make an estimate and say it's 25 minutes long, perhaps, if that. Might be shorter than that. I don't know. It felt very, very, very brief, and it definitely was brief, but I can't give you a number on there. I'm gonna rate the record 4 out of 10. I don't give a fuck, man. I give the record 4 out of 10. I'm not gonna return to the record. I like the sound. I like the production. The writing. I'm not fazed by it. I'm not touched by it. There's no riffs in there that really bother me. There's no, you know what I mean, toe tapping beats that'll have me on the dance floor. And when it comes to hardcore music, that's what I want. There's a sing-along value which is emphasised by the gang chants, definitely highlighted by the gang chants, but it feels like there's just sort of a dreary, just middle of the road, just nothingness as far as the energy is concerned on this record, and that doesn't appeal to me. If we were going to stay in that mid-tempo space, I'd riff it out a little differently. Like that last track, Where It Went, the last riff on there, we delve into this like Cro-Mag, like this later metal Cro-Mag space, and I thought that would suit the band a lot better. There was a likeness, as I've only just heard Integrity's first record, and that was very mid-paced, but they had a lot of selling points throughout that record. With this record, not necessarily, not for me. And that's my opinion. If you don't like it, I couldn't care less. I'm signing out, people. Peace.